Hello everyone, we are going to start C language and its basic stuff. First of all, before starting C language, first we need to know why are we doing this. First of all, our motive is to create apps. If I say what comes in your mind creating an apps, why do we create the apps? What is the purpose of creating the apps? Simple it is, right? To simplify our complex task. We can calculate ourselves, but we rely on calculator just to simplify our complex calculations. That is why an app is made called calculator. Just calculator has its own instructions and its functions, and it is just designed. It just follows those instructions. Those instructions are given by some languages like C, C++ or binary language or whatever. So our main motive is to simplify our task. So we create apps. Apps are of three forms: desktop apps, mobile apps, and web apps. Desktop apps such as your Excel, Word, PowerPoint, all these are apps, desktop apps. Mobile apps such as your WhatsApp, Facebook, etc. Web apps as in your websites. All these apps have their inbuilt instructions what to do and what not to do. They have been defined. They have been defined using these languages: C, C++, and Java. We get set of tools from these languages, such as functions. We get n number of tools from these languages, which are in the form of functions, like print command, which is a function which does some work. Whatever we provide data over here, it gets printed on the output screen. So this was the purpose. Why are we doing these languages? Why are we learning these languages? What is the purpose? Why? Right? So now we'll be starting with the C language, how it works in the background. We do coding in some softwares called Turbo C++, Dev C++, many softwares like that. What we get in that software? Compiler. Before we get in, if I ask you a basic question, which language does computer know? The answer would be binary, which is zeros and ones, which is also known as machine language. Machine understands only 0 and 1. Other than this, machine doesn't know anything. So we create a file which is known as script file. In that file, we write the commands such as printf, if, else, for loop, while loop, do, while, whatever. We create a script file with commands which we want to automate, like I told you, like I defined you the example of calculator. Similarly, we create a file. These tools we get from these languages like C, C++, or Java. These tools are defined in these languages. With the help of these tools, we create a script file, a logical script file which we want to automate. These commands are based upon layman's language, English. Now, as I said, computer only understands zeros and ones. Other than this, computer doesn't understand. Then how come computer can understand this printf? This is based upon layman's language, English. Script file is all written in English. So there comes the ambiguity. So for that purpose, we use these softwares which are known as Turbo C++, Dev C++, and many more compilers. We write the script over there and we give this file to the compiler. Compiler understands this file. If there is any error, any syntax mistake, it specifies to us. It tells us. When it's error free, this file is compiled and made another file which contains all these commands converted to zeros and ones. This file is known as bytecode, and this file is executed or run, and we get the output. Whatever output we have printed over here, it gets printed over here. So the output which is coming over here, it's not because of this printf or this file, it's just because of this file which is created by the compiler. We only have to create this file and we have to send it to the compiler. Compiler automatically converts it to bytecode, which is zeros and ones, and then it executes this file, because computer only understands binary. So this is how in the background coding works. After we write the code and we execute it. This is how it works. So this was introduction, right? So after this, I'm going to tell you what is the basic syntax. For this purpose, we would be using Turbo C++ software, which you can download it from Google, which is a open and free source. So I'll write the syntax for you and then I'll explain. So this is the basic syntax which you have to write it every time. Excluding this printf, you have to write all this code every time when you execute a program or you are defining a program. This is the basic syntax which you have to write it each and every time. So these two files are known as header files, or can be called as library files. STDIO. STDIO stands for Standard Input Output File, and CONIO stands for Conditional Input and Output. So these are the two library files in which we get set of tools through which we can do the coding. Like this printf. This printf is defined inside this standard input output header file. If we don't include this file, compiler doesn't know what is the meaning of this printf function or what it will do or how it will print. So for use, if we have to use this printf function, then we have to use this header file. So include meaning we have to attach this header file. We are giving compiler the command to include this file stdioh to our code. This symbol stands for preprocessor directive. We are telling compiler to include this file and pre-process it, so pre-process its tools so that we can use it in our code. It simply means we are telling the compiler to extract the tools out of this header file so that we can use it. Similarly, hash includes conio.h. We are giving the compiler to fetch the tools out of this header file also, right? So printf is a function to print anything on the output screen. Main function is for the compiler. That means whatever we want to automate or we want to make an app or program, we define inside this main function's body. This two curly brackets, open and close curly brackets, define the body of main function. Whatever we have to automate it, we write the commands or scripts inside this main function. That is why we have written the printf inside these two brackets, not after or before this main function. So this is pronounced as main function, and the body of main function starts from here and goes up to this bracket, right? Void meaning just null. That means this function is not going to return anything. We will be discussing about void later when we discuss about functions topic in our course. To execute this file in Turbo C++, we have a shortcut known as Ctrl plus F9. This shortcut compiles the code and as well as runs the code. When we execute this file, a black screen would come and it will go, but we won't be able to see the output. For that purpose, we use getch function. Getch just simply stops the your program and waits up till we press any button from the keyboard. Getch is known as to get character. The question comes why we have put in the last. It's not just because I have to stop it, I have put the getch, or it means like it works in the end. It's nothing like that. It has the role of to get character only. I needed to stop the program at the last, so I have placed this getch at the last of the main function body. When now also, if I execute again and again with this command, my file, I would see hello multiple times on my output screen. But I need to see only one hello on the screen. For that purpose, we need to clear the screen. So we have a function known as clear screen. Where would I put it? It's simple. Before printing this hello command, we have to clear the screen. That's why I'm placing this command before the printing function. So clear screen, CLR SCR is used to clear the screen. So this is the basic program which we have to write. Excluding this line, all these commands has to be written. Hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, void main, clear screen and getch. In every program of your app, you have to write this. Then whatever the commands, you can write it over here between clear screen and getch. If you want printf, you can write printf n number of times. So this is the basic program. Hope this lecture has cleared all your doubts. If anyone has any doubts, can post in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks.